Hello and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. Today we are going to try and solve our very immediate problem of not having enough low-density structures. One of the problems the old starter base has is wood and access to more wood. We're just not making enough. So I think it's time we start clearing out some of the wood that we have. The construction bots are not particularly busy anyway. So we can just do this. Yes, I can hear that there are biters everywhere. There shouldn't be much here in the desert though. No, not really. But it's fine. They'll be busy with this for some time. We do have 1,000 bots now though, so it should be going a little bit quicker than before. Okay. We are also helping, obviously, because why not? That's a lot of uranium, though. That's unfortunate. Please trash that before I die, ideally. Okay, good. Okay, so we're gonna need to fix a couple of inputs here. For low-density structures, we're gonna need plastic, glass, steel, and copper. So, plastic. This is request of plastic. I said plastic, glass was the next one. So this is glass, glass, boom, glass, boom. We had steel. 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 Plates. Steel plates. And then we had copper. And copper. Plate. Okay, copper plate, steel plate, steel plate, glass, glass, plastic, plastic. So you are going to this empty cargo. You are going to provider steel, full cargo, request steel, empty cargo. That's gonna take a while. You are going plastic provider, plastic requester, empty cargo. Okay. Now, very unfortunately, These train tracks are freaking in the way. Like, actually in the way. Oh no. That's also unfortunate. We ain't gonna have this here, I can tell you that. There we go. So we're gonna have to wing this a little bit. Bit too many roboports, but then we're gonna have to do something similar here on the other side. This is not gonna be perfect, is it? But we'll do that. And to start off with, I'm not loading any of these into a train, right? Because that would be very dumb. That would be very, very dumb. And we're still missing a lot of construction robots here. And the amount of steel we get here is but a trickle. And it's pretty much the same thing here. But we can send things here. Now, I think this is kind of the thing we want to go for. Unfortunately, is it 4 we can do? Yes. It's 4 we do here. That goes in, that goes in, that goes also in. Then we do substation gang. We go speed modules. This needs so much resources, it's not even funny. So the input for this is gonna be 2 long boys, 2 normal inserters. And then we'll have a belt and a belt. Now this is gonna produce 30 low density structures per minute. And this makes way more because we have better modules. For 6.5. No, let's do a minute. And this is it's gonna be 900 per lane, right? So we can definitely do this. And maybe this. Let's cut this. Let's make one here. And I obviously don't think that we're gonna be able to double this at any reasonable, in any meaningful way, basically. Because we're just not gonna have resources to do that. However, I'm gonna fucking do it anyway. Or am I? Yes, I am. So we'll get this. Gonna leave a little bit of space between these. Space is not really a constraint right now. So I might as well do this. And it's going to be easier for us to juggle these things inside here. So, for example, we'll have one thing coming in here. And then do this. With another one jumping over here. Then we'll do this. Getting this to fit together is gonna be something. Let's say that this here will then be steel on the other side of this. We can do this, maybe. So we'll drag copper there. Steel here. Steel will keep going. That needs to do that. That needs to go in there. Then we'll drag next steel belt over here. That's gonna go in there. Steel's gonna go here. And here. Now we need to do same thing here. And this is gonna be glass. That needs to go in here. Glass, that needs to go in here. Oh, nice. Nice crash out, my guy. And then we'll drag plastic from there to here and from here to there. This is what I need, right? This is gonna be one. That's gonna be the other. This goes through. And this goes through. This jumps over here. This is what we need here. And then we just do that there. Okay, perfect. It's not that bad. Where are we out of logistics space? Here? What? I think we're out of logistics space everywhere. Let's get a couple more of these going. I don't think we have a lot of construction bots, but it is what it is. It's gonna have to prioritize that. And we need to finish this up. So steel here being our main constraint. Lucky for us, steel is the least used component of low density structures. We do have heat shielding in decent amounts. We do have rocket fuel, I believe, in good amounts. And rocket control units, we don't care too much about that right now. Which is very, very convenient. Because we're unable to make a decent amount of them. This is gonna be providing low density structures. Boom. And there's no reason for us right now to put them on a train, but we are prepared if we ever need to do that. It doesn't really cost us anything to have that preparation. It does not really cost us anything. Okay, so we can see everything is trickling in here very nicely. Okay, this is now gonna consume. Okay, it's because we don't have all the modules, I think. But it doesn't matter. We'll get this started. In theory, we are gonna have a lot of these. Now, is there anything I can use here? Not really. And rocket fuel is fairly easy to make as well. We don't need to stress about that. Well, it is a good trickle of items here. We're gonna go from about 50 to 150. We massively failed connecting these. So we're gonna do that. Nice, nice, nice. This is a build that I'm quite satisfied with. And a build that was badly needed for our base. Unfortunately, we're kind of still struggling with these novice things. And I think the bots are gonna vacuum clean up all of these low density structures for a while. I don't know exactly how much we need, but it feels like a lot. Heat shielding probably gonna start struggling after that. Because it's the other thing that we make from this. So the question is if we should be having a spot for heat shielding as well. Now that we are kind of operational with trains. Sulfur we have. Steel is a problem. Steel is the problem right now. At 1.9k. And it's a lack of pyroflux. Wait, we have 30 on the way? What happened to you? Okay. So, low density structures was a huge bottleneck, I guess. That's insane. And this looks to be working pretty well. I mean, we're making 300 per minute. Not super consistent, but they are making. They are making. And we are stockpiling right now. But we are chugging through this steel pretty heavily too. I'm wondering if we should do something with this. Because I'd be inclined to do something with this. If we can. So my thought process here was... No, we're gonna need to take all of this. And put here, maybe. then we'll do that. We'll do that. Those will connect. We'll put that there. How the hell do I want to do this? That's stupid. I don't like how that's gonna run, but I will connect these here. We'll connect this here. Yeah, because you are eating not a full belt. This should go in here. This is gonna make a ton of dirty water to the point where we are gonna have trouble cleaning that up, I think. We're gonna need more modules. We are so module starved right now. And we are getting some into this production, yeah. Which is great. And this is mega in the way as well. The lazy way of doing this, but I think it is the way. You're making 24. So as long as you have pyroflux, or vulcanite, sorry, you're gonna be able to make a lot of this. Right now we can then make a lot. So this should help with steel quite a lot. If we can keep this filled, that is. How much pyroflux are you eating? Okay, it's not much. It's not much. And that's only gonna go down, technically. Okay, you guys have... I have made a mistake here, I see. That's unfortunate. Good catch, good catch. Yeah, and we have now officially run out of steel, I think. We only have 3k in the steel train. Fluid ingredient shortage. Okay, I mean it's looking pretty decent. It's looking pretty decent. I mean 1.6k steel per minute is good. This will be able to eat a lot of iron though. How are we doing here? Oh, we are filling up. We are filling up. There's 1.5 million, almost 1.6 million in this patch. What's our next iron target? I would have said this, but it's not gonna be that. Let's do some scouting here. This is good. Yeah. This probably. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, this is still working fairly well. That's prod module 2 right now. I'm just gonna leave it at that, I think. We're getting a decent trickle of steel now. Like, genuinely decent. Okay, so while this is ramping up for a while, I think it's time we start clearing things. Ideally outside of our pollution cloud as well. So that needs to go. This here needs to go. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that these things actually die. Okay. We're gonna spike pollution now, and we might actually trigger the next set of biters, I think. We're at 84.56 right now. Can we move these biters? I don't want them to make more nests right now. using way too much ammo for this, probably. Yeah, we could be way more efficient with that. How are we doing? We don't have that much ammo left. Really don't have any ammo left in the storage at all. Okay, great. I mean, we did clear out this side a bit, but we wanna make sure that this whole upstairs area is clean for a bit. Let's go take a look at our artillery shell production. So that would be ideally increased. You need more of this. You don't need a radar. Why? Okay. I don't think we have these speed modules, but we're gonna get them eventually. Yeah, we're gonna need a stockpile of that. We're not gonna need a stockpile of that. 0.21 per second. So we'd need 2 of these. Ideally, and explosives are being problematic right now. That's unfortunate. We're not really stacking that up either. Pyroflux is running out here. Oh, did we already eat through this? Hello? And we also ate through this. Okay, dude. You know what I'm eyeing? Not making this here. Plastic and steel. Like, we have steel here, right? We have plastic up here. We could move this up. And I think we should. We're gonna have to make something. I'm gonna make it without modules here. I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Let's make this and see how much that is. We can just grab the water from here. Do like that, maybe. Put that there. You need coal, though. Which is not ideal. But the lazy person in me says we have some coal here. It's not the end of the world to do something stupid like this. To make this work. There we go. And that's just gonna go there. So then we have a little bit of explosives. Let's see how much that will be. We should probably actually put some power on that. There we go. $360 per minute. This is giving us 240. Not ideal, not ideal. It's barely eating any resources though. So that's the good part. We'll cram in a couple of tier 1 modules. We should have those on hand. Yeah, we have a ton of those. So we'll cram those in there. Tier 1 should still be 60% faster. So we'll probably do something like 450 per minute. We have iron here already. The only thing that... Oh no, we don't need iron, we need steel. Right. I need to upgrade this freaking belt too. Because this here is not doing well. Okay, let's just send that. There we go. It's gonna be a lot of belt. This, that, this. At least to there, I think. Yeah, we are having a belt shortage as well. Let's see, I can do some manually. Because I have so much belt in my inventory that it makes sense to use it. Okay. We managed to do most of this fairly easily. I'm surprised. that we actually finish this. Now, how's coal doing? We can remove that. We can remove this. We should be saving on modules if we can. I don't think this has anything either. No. Okay, so that's done. This can go, that can go. These are all working still. Okay. Nice. Okay, we need to take a look at making the actual ammo here. So we'll make it here, I think. And we'll make them in sets of 3. Because I'm fairly certain that this is a good ratio. Yeah. Okay, it's not a perfect ratio, but it is pretty good. Okay, then we can do a storage like this. You're gonna feed these. I'm gonna do something kind of illegal here. So we'll do this. We'll do that. Unfortunately, we need this as well, right? This needs plastic and steel. How much explosives do you think we need for this? 155 per minute. Then we do that. Then we plant a thing in here for the power. And this here could make up to 600-ish explosives. Just gonna do that. That's gonna take those. Okay, and then we need a requester chest here to do radars. You're gonna eat those and be happy about it. We need plastic and steel as a combo belt. So we'll do that. plastic gonna go up here. There we go. To be honest, you should focus on filling up the train if that's gonna conflict. Yeah, okay. Not sure this will be very good. But let's do that. Then let's take some steel and go up here. I need that to come this direction specifically. We can probably send this, yeah. Okay. That's good. Let's spend a couple more shells here. You guys planting some bullshit. Don't know how much ammo you have left. Okay, you have a bit. Gonna need to kill that. That's fine. This can go. That can go. I don't know if that's gonna be relevant, but let's clean that out anyway. Okay, so the left side is mostly clear at this point. Okay. And I think we'll just upgrade this belt. We'll upgrade this belt. I think we've upgraded everything else. Yeah, this is probably not gonna be doable. Because we're probably not gonna have enough coke for that. Coke, which I, for some reason, want to call charcoal. And I can't get that out of my head for some reason. We'll do this. We'll do that. Come over here, do that. Put this in here. And do this. It's not a huge steel consumption. But it is a huge radar consumption, I think. We're gonna eat 30 radars per minute. And you can make 150. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Let's stack up a bit more here. We are not having any steel. We are getting some. This train is not full yet. But it's gonna be 30k of steel, so that's insane. How much wood did we get from our endeavor? That's the question. Okay, we have 13k, but we are spending it like crazy. Maybe I should add these on the side as well, so I can, you know, genuinely craft some of these shells. I don't think those guys are there anymore. Don't like that. I think you're building something potentially. Or just being annoying. Whichever. Doesn't matter too much. Because this should be far outside our pollution cloud, which it is. We'll do that. This is still alive, probably. Yeah, there's a lot of biters here. They look stuck, though. So how much would we be expanding here? It's roughly up there. Okay. That's a long distance. We're gonna have to clear out every single thing here. Kill that. Let's see if we can get rid of that as well. We don't have a lot more ammo, unfortunately. You guys are also building something, aren't you? Don't like that. Unfortunately. This is attacking us. This is also trying to attack. Clearing that. So ideally, we'll have enough so that we can build a full octagon here with minimal disturbances, so I can signal that properly next time. Okay, we are out of that completely. I just think that you take too long to insert the stuff here. Yeah? Can I do inserter capacity? I can. This is a pretty good tech as well. But we are out of something in space. What is it we're out of exactly? Production science pack. Which needs vulcanite blocks. I mean, we are getting them sent here. It's just that we have such a big consumption of vulcanite specifically. I mean, not bad, not bad. Well, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We got a lot done today, with low density structures being way more efficient than before. Heat shielding, we're gonna have to solve very soon. We should have enough explosives for now to make these. Oh, which is great. But we're slowly moving things out from our main base. So expansion is gonna be the next thing on the list. And when we do have a couple more of these blocks or octagons, we're gonna have to try and move other things out from the main base as well. Such as circuits, for example, where we are really cramped in here right now, or space. And I'd like to have these things come out a little bit better. And after we move circuits out, most of the functionality of the starter base is replicated outside. We have this big oil processing that's already ready to take over when this is done. So we're definitely getting there. To a point where we can focus way more on space and building out our space base. So I think expanding is gonna be another layer of octagons here. So we're gonna increase by 12, I think. So we're gonna have 12 new octagons to work with and a lot more space. And pollution is gonna be a bit more under control, which it's not right now. The downside of this is we're probably gonna hit the next tier of biters, and there's nothing I can really do about it. Because we have exhausted. Well, we could do explosives, but that doesn't do anything. We could actually do flammables. This we can't do. This we cannot do either. Yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. So, that's gonna be it for today. If you like this content, consider subscribing to my channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a really nice day.